Oh my god, it's boggy. Hiya, welcome back to the channel. Before I take my pack off and get all set up, I just wanted you to see what my pack looks like. Okay, this is around 30 kilos. It's too much, I need to deal with it, but I just need you to see what it looks like before I unpack. This is a great rucksack, I'll talk to you more about it in a minute. It's the Carinthia SF Odin 75. It's a fantastic bag, it's bulletproof, it's amazing. Sorry, I'm hearing things moving around here. I'm not sure if they're human or animal. I've only just got here. I need to scope things out. Right, so here's my bag. I need to get it down by at least 5 kilos. Right, let's get set up whilst I still have some sunlight. I'm going to do the chair first just to get it out of the way and off the ground. It gives me some dry space. It's been raining here consistently for days, so everything is absolutely sodden. The ground is boggy. It's really, really wet, soft, deep. Horrible. So I need to get stuff off the floor. The weather forecast for tonight is ridiculously mild. It looks like it's going to be 15, 16 degrees or maybe 9 degrees coldest. So it's pretty much a summer camp. So I'm going to get this thing up. This is one of the things that I'm going to change. I need to upgrade this. This weighs about 1 kilo. And if I upgrade to a Helinox Chair 0 or Chair 1, I get down to about half a kilo. So that's a half a kilo saving. But when you consider things like this knife is nearly half a kilo. You're thinking, I'm going to spend 100 quid when really I want to buy a lighter knife. I don't know. Right, let me get set up. Right, this is my Ridgeline Smock. About 100 quid, maybe a bit more. Fantastic piece of kit. Really, really brilliant. Inexpensive, practical. It's got a wire in the hood to keep it out of your face. It's got a drawstring around the middle. I don't know if it's Gore-Tex and breathable or not because it keeps me really warm. I've just had to take it off. I'm sweating. It is a bit of a sweat bucket, but it's for in these sort of wet conditions. This is just fantastic. I can't really say enough good about it. Too much of this outdoor gear is too expensive, and this Ridgeline gear seems really decent quality or decent enough quality for not a lot of money. Anyway, there's that. Okay, so. I recorded a video last week actually, and it all got lost, as you may have seen on my short video. The card got corrupted and I got really peed off. I lost literally everything. So I've got a new Ridgeline I've made. I've put it in like one of these kind of tool bag rolls or cutlery rolls that was like £1 or 50p on Temu, just to keep the cord safe and unknotted. I've got it in a hank. Now what's interesting with this is I've got a hook on one end, which I got from someone on YouTube. I've got my bank line prusik knots, but also I put a couple of toggles on there as a backup, because in previous Ridgelines I've had things blow and it's not fun when you've got a hammock and everything rigged around it. So I thought I'd build in some redundancy into my Ridgeline. Also, I've gone back to paracord, and this is proper the Atwell official good paracord, the 5 or 7 strand official American stuff, not the cheap Chinese stuff, because I was finding that things like Dyneema were just really slippy. They weren't great for prusik knots, and that was just my experience. So I'm finding that with real paracord with decent 36 bank line on it, it grips fantastically. So that's what I've gone with. It's not the lightest solution, and it's fairly bulky, but it works great. So I'm just going to string this up now. I don't think I need to get my tarp up now because it's just raining from the canopy. It's not actually raining, and I would really like to show you my nest setup without the tarp all over it like I have done in previous videos. Worth saying that this DD nest setup with that underquilt and everything and the tarp, it's a brilliant setup. I'm loving it. So I'll get the Ridgeline up. I'll hold off on putting up the tarp, and then I'll put up the hammock first. what I'm doing, this is my protractor. I've got 30 degrees marked on it, and I measure my guy lines, not guy lines, my hang lines, just to make sure I get pretty much close to 30%. So I'm ruling out all the other factors in terms of discomfort and getting the best night's sleep, and it's working. So for the sake of a couple of grams, I bring one of these. Okay, so here is my DD Hammocks nest. Fantastic kit. I've done many camps in it now. It's brilliant, and it's only getting better as I'm learning how to dial it in and to kind of configure it the way that I like. So far it's empty. The only thing in here is the Ridgeline organizer thing that I just leave in here, which just is hung between the two ropes. And now I want to talk to you and show you my brand new sleeping bag. This was the reason why I shot the video last week that got corrupted. I've got a brand new Carinthia Defence 4. Now, when I camped last week, it was 2 degrees centigrade and felt like 0. So it was a much better test of that bag than it is tonight, which is going to be, I don't know, it's like it's 8 degrees now apparently. Really? Feels a lot warmer than that. Anyway, it's bloody warm. It's not as cold as it should be. We've got this little warm snap. So I'm probably going to die of heat tonight. Anyway, let me show you this Carinthia Defence 4. A lovely piece of kit. I slept so well in it last week in reasonably cold temperatures. Okay, here she is. Just to give you an idea of size, of scale, this is at least 3 times bigger than my Carinthia Eagle, which is my summer bag. The reason why I haven't been able to get out and do more videos is because I haven't had a winter bag, and now I do. Now I've got a surprise for another video that I'll share with you later on, but there's more Carinthia to come, believe it or not. So, this is the Carinthia Defence 4. It has a comfort rating of around 10 or 12. It'll be perfect for what I need in sort of southeast England, where I tend to camp. It's not like I'm camping in Alaska like you see some of these guys doing, where it gets down to crazy minus, minus 20 C and that sort of problem. I'm not doing any of that. I'm here in the southeast of England, where the coldest it gets is like -5, -6, maybe -10 in a really freak winter, but it doesn't happen. So, it's got the face hole. I don't know if you can see how thick this is compared to other. It's got a lovely amount of really lovely thick loft in there. It's synthetic, it's G-loft. When I've been in my Carinthia Eagle all summer, it's been fabulous. These bags, the loft, it's light, it's warm, it kind of breathes. I don't get sweaty in these. Big difference between mine and this. Obviously, it's a huge step up. This is technically a 3-season bag, but it does do 4 seasons, as everybody will tell you, or at least 4 seasons UK. This has got this fantastic zip, which is smooth as hell. And the reason why they are smooth as hell and they go down really too easily, some people will say, is so that soldiers can get out in a hurry and be soldiers. For us lot who aren't soldiers, it's got Velcros. And these Velcros stop the zip from coming down. So if you want to use it like a quilt, open and just like that, great. But if you want to be zipped up and it's really cold, this keeps it all together. All these set of Velcros all the way down. It's got this lovely thick baffle to keep the zip. Hang on, let me show you here. On the inside, there's this beautiful thick baffle that sits on the other side of the zip to stop all the cold air coming in. So I'm going to die of heat tonight in this because it's too warm for this bag, but we are where we are. Right, so let's put this in here. When I slept in that last week in 2 degrees centigrade, it was absolutely brilliant. I had the best night of sleep I have had in a hammock to date. I slept for 10 hours or something, or 8 hours, that I never ever do. So that's a fantastic bag. Now, the little secret is, and I'll let the cat out the bag, I bought a Carinthia Defence 6 2 by accident. I was bidding on it on eBay, and I saw the Carinthia Defence 4 on Military First for 175 quid brand new, and I thought that's amazing, and I jumped on it. But I had completely forgot I had a bid on a Carinthia Defence 6. I won that auction, so I've now got a Carinthia Defence 4 and 6. I paid £160 for the Defence 6, which is incredible. Now, it's still boxed up and at home, and I'm going to do an unboxing video on that, because it might stink and be horrible and have holes in it. It might be like new, and I've got myself an amazing bargain. And As I said earlier, it doesn't get that much cold around here, but I can literally bivvy or hammock anywhere in the UK or Europe or pretty much the world, as long as it's not too alpine, in one of those bags, because they are proper survival bags. They're Arctic bags. They go to like a comfort of -18, something insane. So I'll show you that stuff. I'll show you that stuff in the next video. Right, so nest is set up. Oh no, it's not. I haven't set up the under blanket. Let's do that. One DD Hammocks under blanket, under quilt, whatever you call these things. I'm getting the hang of these things, of not putting them too close to your body, but not too far away either. So they're just underneath, and they're just kind of hugging your backside and back and everything, so that the loft stays good. Learning these lessons, right. Right, that's one under blanket set up. My legendary Tempur travel pillow. Do not leave home without it. I think it's your hammocker's best friend, but it's a brick. I don't know how heavy it is. I'll weigh this thing. It's so worth it. It's like a chair. It's not it's luxury weight, but it's kind of necessary weight. Okay, so that's the nest set up. I've got my bag in there, got my under blanket on, got everything else. I just now need to set up the tarp. I don't really want to, but I probably should, so I'm gonna. Now what I've done on my tarp, as you can hear it jangling around, is I've velcroed on these inch long 2.5mm straps, so that I could put these things on, which give me options around tying points and poles and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if they're a great idea, if it's just more unnecessary weight, but so far when I've been using poles, they've been great. The only problem is the poles that I've been using went rusty. Okay, so this is my pole. The other one is completely rusted together. This one I managed to actually unscrew. It isn't so rusted. Top tip, if you're going to buy these poles on Amazon, they were like £7 each. Make sure you dry them off. I've been camping in lots of wet weather with them, and they've just everything gone rusty. There's nothing stainless about these. They were cheap and nasty, and if you want to make them last, you need to look after them, and I absolutely didn't. So I need metal ones that are just basically nick proof. So these won't stay up. I'm going to basically lash them with something or use some elastic just to hold it up. Okay, the other thing I like to use are these things. And I know they're really not bushcraft, but they're really handy. These are like light hangers or rope hangers or whatever you call them. They are on a ratchet and they just make it super easy. And I use a metal tent peg with a hole in it, and you literally just lash into it like that. I mean, it couldn't be quicker and easier. I'm a lazy camper, what can I tell you? The other thing is I've developed this tendency to keep ropes or any kind of line in a bag if I can, and these are mesh bags that I got on Temu for like 50p or something silly. But what they are is they stop things getting tangled, and it's just they let things breathe when they get wet. So yeah, maybe it's more weight is unnecessary, but it just helps keep my mind organised. Right, let's put this backside on. Right, that's the main setup. Got my hammock, under blanket, sleeping bag, tarp. I'm dry, I'm covered, even though it's not going to rain that heavily tonight. Right, now I think it's time to get some fire, some firewood, get some fire prep done. Okay, so everything is set up. Believe it or not, it is now 4:30. Yeah, it's now the 18th of November, so it's getting dark so early. Obviously I'm in the forest here, the woodlands, so it's even darker. I can't believe at 4:30 I'm having to use a light, and I've got my head torch out and everything, but hey, I've got a nice pile of raw wood, dead wood, next to me that is all soaking wet. I think what I'm going to do now is I can't light a fire yet, it's still too early, and I'm hearing and seeing dog walkers around everywhere. That's because it's dry. So what I'm going to just do is do a bit of prep, get some feather sticks together, just do some batoning, just get some nice small stuff together so that I can get a fire going when it does get properly dark around, I guess, another hour or two. I also need to have a smoke and a chill. I find that getting to camp is like a sprint. I just have to get everything up and ready, and then I can chill. So I need to do the chilling bit now, and then I'll think about dinner. See you guys in a minute. Okay, here's some relatively new gear. This is a Speero Tray. It's about 30 centimeters big. That should give you an idea. It's actually for fishing. This company Speero, they're on Amazon and they make fishing gear, but it's all camo. A lot of it's no good for us, but this tray is absolutely brilliant. I use it for everything. I use it for my medication and all my bits and pieces that go on here that I'm using around the camp. It just keeps them dry and off the floor. It gives me a distinct place to put them, and it's solid, but it's not going to break, and it can flex in my bag. I'm really impressed by this brand Speero. They've got a couple of other little bags and pouches that I'm really interested in. I would suggest you go check them out. Speero, S-P-E-E-R-O. Probably pronounced Speero or something fancy like that, but for me it's Speero. Sounds like Speedo, you know, the budgie smugglers. But it's not, it's fishing gear. Check it out on Amazon. I can't live without this. It's light, it's just one of those creature comforts that makes everything that much better or easier. Right, on with the chillage. Actually no, what I'm going to do is I need to make a tripod, because I've got, oh bollocks, where's it gone? Sorry. I've got this. It's a workman's torch, one of these, which has got a light mode, but all these various light modes. But the reason why I got it is because it's got a red mode. It's also got a magnet down here, and I've got nothing magnetic to stick it on. None of my tripods are steel or anything. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make a tripod out of some 3 sticks and get myself a work light so that I can actually work and do some splitting and all that good stuff under a little bit of red light. Back in a mo. Okay, so I'm just getting the tripod set up, and I needed my twine, my rope. This is the most amazing, it's big, but it's the best rope carrier that I've found. It's by the Atwood company, the people who make the original paracord. What's so amazing about this is it's got a cutter built, right, it's got this bit here for just holding it in there. Then when you want to cut it, it's got a changeable razor blade in here just for cutting it. And then the creme de la creme is in the base here. Is a lighter to burn your ends, seal your ends. Absolutely fantastic. I tied the cap on with some micro cord because I'm definitely going to lose that in the forest somewhere. But as a contained piece of rope equipment, it literally carabiners to your bag or wherever you want. This is absolutely brilliant. I wish they made, if anybody's ever watching this at Atwood company or whatever you're called, please make a mini version of this, half the size, that carries maybe 15 meters, 20 meters, or maybe even a nano version that holds 5 meters. Absolutely spectacular design. It's just too big. So I strap it on the outside, but I've got about 10 meters of cord on there. Highly recommended. This was like 15 quid from my favourite shop on the internet in the world, located in Cuffley in Hertfordshire, the Bushcraft store. I'm going to put the link here because they're amazing people. They've got the most amazing products, and I love going there. I try to buy everything that I can from the Bushcraft store because they're like a family-run business, not big corporate horrible, and that's where I'd like to spend my money, and they are our people. So I'd rather give them my money, and they have the best stuff. They've got really great taste. The Bushcraft store, they deliver, I think, around the world, but definitely all around the UK. Top people. Not sponsored, just good people need our business, do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, and that's where I got this. And this is where I got most of my stuff, actually. It's up between the bushcraft store and Temu. Anyway, I need to get this this tripod going, so back in a mo.
Stop! Hammer time!
There we go. That's better. There we go. One hammer, or mallet, makes everything else much, much easier from here on out. Shit, man, that's full of bugs and nasties. Okay, this here is the MOD knife. This is my new knife. I bought the clone, the copy, for 28 quid. I just needed to spend the extra money on my new sleeping bag, but I will buy the actual original one. I feel terrible for buying a copy, but 28 is absolutely incredible for this knife. It's the MOD knife. It's bulletproof. It's like quarter inch thick, 5mm, bulletproof, nick proof, everything proof. It's called the Pig because it's a bit of a pig. The handle is just rough and ready. It's not ergonomic or contoured, but I don't actually care. For splitting wood, this thing is incredible. Oh, hello. It's not great for feather sticking. It's terrible for feather sticking, obviously, and also this one's just got some factory V-grind on it or something. So, between this and my Mora knife, I can do everything. I'm super impressed by it. I love it. And as I say, I'm going to buy the full 80 quid one. I feel like they deserve it. It's J. Noel and Co. and Sons in Sheffield. Proper old school British steel, stainless steel, Sheffield steel, the good stuff. Go away, bloody... Ugh. Anyway, I've got a new friend. Where the freak did it go? Anyway, great knife. Absolutely stunning. So between those two knives, I'm sorted. Okay, it's all good, all really good. Where is my camera? There you are. Right, hi guys, how's it going? Right, the fire is going beautifully. Truth told, it took a good hour and a half to get a good bed going, to get the heat up. Everything is absolutely sodden, soaked through. Most of the really thick wood I've gone through is at least quarter-inch wet, if you know. I mean, quarter of it wet. But I did it. It just takes perseverance and time and lots of small stuff and just build up slowly. The knife is brilliant just for splitting the big stuff. I definitely need to get a better saw. I think I can see a silky, either a gone boy or a big boy in my near future, kind of payday, end of the month kind of time. What else is news? I'm not cooking anything too fancy today. I'm going to be doing sandwiches. I bought a sandwich toaster and I'm just going to make cheese toasties and all kinds of different veggie sandwiches. And what else have I got? Bacon and some chorizo and some halloumi, and I'm just going to mushrooms, onions, bits and pieces. I'll just chuck it in a sandwich. That's it. The time check. It's now just gone 8:30. It's also crazy. It's 14 degrees centigrade, right? In November. It's mad. It's dry. I'm actually loving it. It's I haven't been here in the dry for a while, apart from the fact that the wood is all wet. So it's all brilliant. That's it. I've got a few gear bits and pieces, but I'm going to save them for the morning when we've got light. I'm going to show you some stuff. For now, I'm just going to chill out by the fire, have a smoke, listen to some tunes, and develop an appetite. And then see about making some dinner. Can you hear the fireworks everywhere? It's crazy. The birds and the parakeets and the owls, all those guys are quiet. All you can hear is it sounds like we're in a war zone, and there's just lots and lots of military stuff going on various horizons. Anyway, back in a bit. Okay, so it's dinner time. I'm hungry. I'm going to make a BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato. Please, I apologise for the smoke. The wind direction is squirrely. I mean, it's going everywhere. It's getting in my face every 5 minutes, and on a paranoid moment, I'd say it's trying to follow me, it's chasing me, and it's getting on my nerves. Right, so let's get some food going. Lots and lots of tomato. Oh. Right, let's oh, missing one vital ingredient. Yes, that is dinner. Well, maybe starter of my dinner. I'll probably make another one in a minute with something different. Oh yeah. Oh my god, am I still zoomed in? Oh my god. Oh my god, that is great. You can't beat a BLT, they're so simple, but they're so great. But like a campfire bacon BLT with all that smoke, oh my god, it's just the greatest. That even tastes like it's healthy. Despite I put, I think, 5 pieces of bacon in it. You have no idea how good that is. Last year, or for the past few Christmases, I've been curing and smoking my own bacon. You just get a pork belly and cure it. I might just do a video on that, or just go to angusandOink.com. You'll find everything you need there. That's where I learned to do it. I use their gear. They're great people. All their products are stunning. The seasonings are amazing. I can't actually believe that people aren't bringing some like Angus and Oink stuff on a camp cook. It's easy and it transforms everything into amazingness. Maybe I'll make a separate video on that later. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. BLT round 2 coming up. proper amazing Campfire BLT. So here's my tripod setup, but I wanted to show you my work light, which is this red thing here, which is great actually. It's magnetic, but obviously I've got nothing magnetic to put it onto, but it's one of these type things, and it's got different modes, but all I bought it for was because it's got red. And I can move it around, it's flexible, but it's a really nice light to just hang out next to the fire, you know, without using a head torch. It doesn't attract the bugs as much, it keeps your night vision intact, and it's just a nice chill. You can see enough to do, but it doesn't kind of get in the way or attract. It's really great. Also beefed the fire up quite a bit, and I've got logs drying all the way around the outside now because it's just so wet and yucky. If I can give it an hour around the outside, it just burns so much nicer. All good on the western front. Time check is now just coming up to 11 o'clock and it's still 14 degrees centigrade in the middle of November. Crazy. Cinnamon and raisin. Oh yeah. There we go, not too bad. Okay, it's around 1:30 in the morning and I'm winding things down. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm going to have an early night, which is an early night for me because normally 2:30 is my kind of time, maybe 3. But it's about 1:30 and it's getting cold, or I mean 10 degrees centigrade, I mean relatively cold. I've been batoning and sawing all night. The only way to get the fire to burn nicely has been with batoned wood. I mean the wet stuff is just too wet. And also because the wet stuff puts out so much steam and smoke and not nasties, the wind is spinning and it's just been going everywhere. So I was batoning wood all night, sawing like a trooper. I've knackered myself out. I was putting logs all the way around the outside here to kind of get them dry, and it was going great, and it's been a good system all night. But I'm knackered. I've been listening to the Grateful Dead, Fish, predominantly all night, and it's been amazing. So I'm going to hit the hay, and I will see you in the morning. Sleep well. Well, why am I saying that to you? I'm going to sleep well. See you later. Cheers. Bye. Good morning. It's now about 10:30 on Sunday morning, and I slept brilliantly again. That was my second sleep in this Defence 4, and it's a great sleeping bag. It's just comfortable. It works on every level. No cold spots. Just warm, comfy, good night's sleep. The nest is great. I'm learning to love it more and more. You can side sleep in it. You just got to find the groove on the horizontal, if you know what I mean. When you're lying across the ridge line horizontally, you can just find this sweet spot, and you've got all the length you need. It's great. I'd like to try something a little bit bigger, but as I say, this is doing great so far. Really, really good. So I'm going to get up and make some breakfast. Actually, just let me show you my ridge line in here. This is just some Dyneema cord with a. This is a laundry organizer I bought on Temu. Got a little light up here. I put my glasses, my vape, and my phone goes in here usually, or the power bank. This is like £1 or 50p or something on Temu. I wouldn't mind buying an actual proper one because this thing comes off, but it does the job for now. Right, I'm gonna get up, make some brekkie, and let's get on with the day. Whew. Good morning. What a great night of sleep. That was really good. I was absolutely exhausted. It was so wet and all the wood was so bad that I was basically hammering and chopping and batoning all night and sawing, and that just knackers you. It really does. I mean, I was just wood preparing the whole night. Usually when it's a bit drier, even when it's wet but it's a bit drier, I can get on with it. But last night, because it had been raining just heavily for days and days beforehand, everything is absolutely sodden and soaked and marshy and awful. So in order to get anything going and to be burning cleanly-ish, I had to baton absolutely everything all night.
Anyway, chopping wood keeps you warm and it keeps you fit. And I slept well. I need coffee, I need breakfast, so I'm going to resurrect the fire. I actually bought some kindling with, so I don't have to run around this morning and bat on and do stuff. So that'll get me a quick fire up where I can get coffee going. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the kit that I brought with that I've done really well with this time. I've made some really great upgrades for inexpensive. Back in a minute, I need some coffee.
Actually, plan B, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack up my shelter, get the tarp and the nest down, and then I can cook. It's just there are people around. It's now 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I've still got to keep careful with the stealth. So I'm just going to pack down really quickly and then I can get on with stuff. Okay, I'm just going to take you around some of my Ridgeline upgrades quickly. Here's the hook. The last one I had was a mini carabiner and it came apart in the middle of the night. It couldn't take the strain. I had to rumble around in the middle of the night to fix it all, and it was a nightmare. So what I've made now is a bomb-proof version using a strong strong hook, some insulation tape just to keep the knot protected, and I've also kind of burned that in a little bit down there. This is on paracord, which I think I explained yesterday. If we come down to the other end here, I've got a Night Eyes carabiner, which I used to do the tightening, and a couple of toggles as backup. I've got Pro6 on number 36 bank line, which is fantastic stuff. It's just really powerfully strong and grips to this paracord brilliantly. Right, I've lost focus, so let me turn it around again. Bollocks to this. I can't turn the camera around. I hate not being able to turn the camera around on a Pixel 7. Anyway, that's my Ridgeline. Okay, sorry, I had the microphone pointed the wrong way. I'm an amateur and I'll get better at this. Right, so the stuff sack. The stuff sack is that size, the bishop bag. I love that DD and Carinthia both give you decent sized stuff sacks. It's no faffing around, it just goes in easily. You'd have problems with space. Anyway, there's my tarp. Okay, here's that. This is for, I think it's for pegs on a like a clothesline. You know, it's a peg holder. It's got some plastic bits, and I'm sure it will break at some point. But like I said, it was about £1 or 50p on Temu. It's doing a job for now. I'll make my own, but that's that. Second of all, I feel a bit guilty with this one. I bring a blackout mask. Because it just helps me get a longer sleep in the morning when the sun comes up. It's good. I know it's kind of closing your eyes off to nature and the whole point of being out here, but sleep is important too, and is also the point of being out here, and these are great. Did I mention how awesome these things are? The Tempur pillow, Tempur travel pillow. Get one. £100, lots of money well spent. Hammock brilliance, amazing. It works, and I've got a dodgy back, and this is the answer. I don't need to tell you what this is for, but I have to tell you, as a compressible bottle from Temu, bloody handy. Saves me wasting and going through prime bottles and other wide mouth bottles. Gentlemen, this is the answer for you on that one. Okay, so this is a new torch that I bought. This is again another Temu purchase. It's by a company called Alonefire, but that's just the brand. This model you can find with lots of brands on. It's an amazing torch. I was super impressed by it. It didn't cost a lot, maybe 7 or 8, 10 quid. It's got I will show you some video right here of it last night being really powerful in the dark for a single or triple cell thing. It's very, very good. It's got a magnet on it. It's got a hat clip on it, which actually faces the right way. Right. Really, really fantastic light. It has 3 levels of dimming, and the lowest one is very, very usable. The only thing I didn't like about it is when you turn it on, it automatically goes to the bright one. It doesn't save the last mode it was in. and that will get you into trouble if you're a stealth camper like me. So when you turn it on, you have to cover it over with your hand to make sure you don't, blow your cover. That aside, and it doesn't do red, okay? So it's just a really small 13650 battery, rechargeable, removable, and if you're a vapor and you've got these already, which the chargers, then that's absolutely superb. I will buy a couple more of these as spares. Really super impressed, brilliant little torch. I think I could do with another one as a spare. Wonderful kit. This will be coming on every adventure with me, as a backup as well as my other torch. Good stuff. Right, okay, the other thing I want to talk to you about is this. I upgraded my blower, my fire blower. I've been using this all the time, and ever since I got the first one, I've been using it literally all day, every day when I come camping. So I found this one, again, on Temu, that's got this leather collar strap thing that holds it on the lanyard. Having it around your neck, especially when you're camping in the UK in the winter when it's wet and damp and getting fires going is a pain in the neck. This is invaluable, having it around your neck. You don't have to ruffle around in your pockets or go to a bag. It's just right here. Cost me 5 or 6 quid. Link here on Temu. Not sponsored. For a £5, which is wildly overpriced, by the way, but it's a £5. Fantastic. It's mandatory kit for me. This is coming out on every adventure, as is this torch. Right, I'm going to finish getting packed up. I'm going to get some fire going. Actually, plan B. I'm going to go home. The rain is just about coming in. I've just seen the radar is going to be here in about 20 minutes or so. So if I pack up now and get out of here, I can keep all my gear dry, which is a big bonus, and I'll have a coffee and stuff at home. I need a shower, I need to get cleaned up, so I'm just going to head home. Right, I'll get this place tidied up, and I'll say goodbye then, I think. Or maybe I'll say goodbye now, just to say goodbye, and then I can just go. Thanks so much for tuning in. My next video is going to be a backpack analytics video. I am going to take my pack, and I'm going to weigh all the major items in it and break it down so I can see where the weight is and what's taking up the space, so I can start to look to optimize this. Because when I came out yesterday, everything that I've got in there is what I would consider necessary. A few luxuries, but mostly necessary. And it's weighing 30 kilos and I need to get it down to 20 or something. So, there's a Helinox chair in my future, and there's some, probably a new saw, some other bits and pieces, but I need to start thinking about weight loss. Not me here, in me pack. Right, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I'm so happy to be able to get out here again. Sorry it took another week, but like I said, I lost the last camp to a camera malfunction, which pissed me off. I'm never using a GoPro again, so it's going to be between this and an SLR. This is my phone, a Pixel 7, with a broken screen. Have a great one, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Ciao.